Welcome. Today we're diving into the top 3 concerns that clients bring to me and how Feng Shui can help shift the energy in your home and in turn, your life. Welcome to Feng Shui Living, the podcast designed for busy women who want to de-stress, live with intention, and create a home that truly supports their well-being. Each week, I'll bring you practical tips, insightful ideas, and simple strategies to enhance both your home and your life. Let's get started. Welcome, friends, to this episode of Feng Shui Living. I'm your host, Lisa Morton. And if you've been here before, thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you love this episode. If you are new, welcome. I seem to have all of a sudden all these new California clients. So if you're a Californian, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm so happy to have you here. But today we're talking about those major concerns that clients call me about. There are 3 major concerns that I hear all the time, and I'm going to teach you really how to address them. It can actually be easy. A lot of people can think that implementing Feng Shui can be a huge overhaul, a huge remodel, but sometimes it's small adjustments. I actually worked with a Californian last night, one of my newer clients, and I know she's a podcast listener. And it was so funny because she just had to clear out a few things out of her way. She was feeling stuck, really cute little house, thinking about remodeling, not sure if that's the right step. And by making some really intentional shifts, I think she's been able to see now where she can go and thinking deeper about this remodel and adding this extension to the rear of their home. Anyway, super excited for her. If you want to work together, let me know. I do offer a Feng Shui assessment. I offer a distance space clearing, which is the very first thing we did on this very, very beautiful yet very, very old home. I also do offer a free 15-minute discovery call if you want to get together and chat and learn more about, maybe what the best next step would be for you. So let's get into how Feng Shui can really shift the energy of your home and really your life. We'll get into these 3 things that I see all the time. Number 1, it's always going to be number 1 on my list, and that is sleep issues. Sleep is one of by far, the most common concern I hear about. Many clients come to me because they aren't sleeping well, and it affects every aspect of their lives. I mean, I know I've been there. A few times in my life, and especially before I learned about this work and how important it is to set up your bedroom in a specific way to support your body. I mean, I actually have a funny story. Years ago, I was going through a really difficult time with sleep. I wasn't able to get to sleep, wasn't able to stay asleep, just wasn't right. And I wasn't thinking clearly because I wasn't getting the sleep that I needed. So here I was going on a design trip. I was headed with 2 friends who are also designers who I just incredibly, love and respect. And they're just these impressive women. And I wanted to have all my stuff together, right? And we were going on a trip to High Point Furniture Market. So if you don't know anything about this is kind of think Fashion Week, but for interior design. There's a market every spring, every fall to see what's new, what's happening, get all the information, take some classes, meet some reps. It's fantastic. And as you can imagine, I wanted to look fabulous. So I put together these really great outfits and I was so excited, had everything ready to go. And wouldn't you know, we drive to North Carolina, arrive at the home that we're renting, and we go to carry our luggage in. I see my luggage, my suitcase, but not the large hanging carrier of my clothes. I had left my clothes in the hallway at my house. They didn't even make it into her car. I was not thinking clearly. I was tired. And so here I am at this event with all these designers. I had no clothes. Fortunately, there was a little shopping plaza down the road, and there was a Banana Republic. I wore Banana Republic for like 4 days in a row, head to toe. Thank goodness for Banana Republic. Anyway, but that's just like one experience when I've been not thinking clearly because I'm not getting sleep. So if this is you, oh my gosh, hang on. I got I got all kinds of tips for you. um, I also had a story here I wanted to share with you about Sarah. She was one of my clients and she wasn't sleeping well. She was, just really struggling. She actually had said she hadn't slept well in years. When I walked into her bedroom, I saw the issue instantly. Now, this is something I'm seeing a lot of. It kind of seems to be a trend. Her bed was directly opposite the door as you enter. Now, I'm seeing this on a lot of floor plans, and I'm also seeing this in a lot of new construction. The floor plans works well. I'm working with a lot of clients, and I'll review their floor plan. As the architect's working on it, we can go in and make tweaks. Okay, we need to shift, so we have a different path of flow for people to walk, for energy to move, and for the bed to have a restful position. Because here's the thing, I so much incredible respect for architects, right? But they don't always think about where you're going to place the furniture, how you're going to place the furniture, and they also aren't typically educated in Feng Shui. So it's nice to work together. So if I'm working on a floor plan with someone, the home hasn't been built, it's easy. We can make a few adjustments here. But if you are already living in a home with this setup, it's actually called the corpse position in Feng Shui when the door is directly opposite the bed. Now, what we want, ideally, we want to put ourselves in the command position so we feel protected, but the door is off to one side or the other. So what we did with Sarah is we moved her bed to a more protected position. Then we also clear clutter from under the bed. You guys, if you've listened to my podcast for a while, you know that I talk about the importance of having clutter out from beneath the bed. Then we also brought in the right colors. Like me, she didn't know. And so she just put in colors that she liked, but they weren't colors that were supporting her body in finding rest and calming down. So we brought in these really beautiful, calming, earthy colors, really earth element, beigey, tan, brown colors. Now you might be like, that's not beautiful. I want something beautiful and, fuchsia or teal or something. Are you ready to take your passion for helping people to a whole new level? Join my Spring 2025 Feng Shui certification course. This journey kicks off in late March online with the online portion. Then we'll move into the immersive retreat experience held near my home in early May. It's beautiful and it's set in a nature-filled, peaceful, serene retreat space. This course is perfect if you're a coach looking to grow, whether you're a career, life, or health coach, if you're an interior designer, if you're a professional organizer, real estate professional, or just anyone who loves to really, truly help people. You will learn to master the art of Feng Shui and use it to create spaces that support well-being, also inspire success and joy. Don't miss this chance to elevate your skills and make a real impact. Visit elevatedlivingschool.com for more info and to reserve your spot. There are better places to put that. We can also tweak the color a bit. You don't have to go with beige, tan, brown. That worked well for her. You can also go with very subtle blues or greens. Maybe get into soft peach, apricot. Those can be really nice colors as well. So again, I've been seeing this in a lot of new construction. I've been scrolling and looking at some new homes that have been built near me, and they all have this beautiful grand entrance, double doors opening to the master suite, and the bed is right there. So if it's done, if you can't make any adjustment, there are a few tweaks we can do. It's not ideal, but a couple things we can do to help this, okay? So definitely reach out if that is you. Number 2 in the top client concerns in Feng Shui and really how to address them is feeling stuck in life. This is really a big one. Feeling stuck can make you just feel like you're at a standstill. And whether it's your career, your job, your relationships, or just your personal growth, this stuck energy often shows up in the home. I walk in, I can see it. You tell me you're stuck and it's instantly, you can see it, right? It's interesting how our homes show us. If we can soften, slow down, and look at our home with a different lens, our homes will show us what's happening in our life. So I actually had a client named Mike. I pulled out a few stories for you guys. So I had another client that was struggling with feeling stuck in his career. It was just going nowhere. When we examined his space, I noticed that he had stagnant kind of energy in this career area. It also happened to be his front door, which he didn't use. It was cluttered. There was old paperwork sitting here, and it just was not supporting his career moving forward. So we cleared the space. We added a water feature, which water gets energy flowing and in a beautiful fluid manner, and brings in the water element, and also can invite in abundance. So we wanted that for him. So we brought in the water element to bring in flow and really set up kind of an intentional altar. This is something I love to do with my clients, and it's to take a little space in your home. It can be a bookshelf, it can be a tabletop somewhere special, and put out a representation of what you want moving forward. This can be symbolism. I love to use rocks and crystals. This could be a plant, a bouquet of flowers, just a collection of things to remember where you're going. So it's a beautiful thing. So we did this, made an intention altar for his career. And I was so happy he did receive a new job offer, which was very exciting. And he called to let me know. And I always love to hear back from my clients. It's just so fun. So number 3 in my top client concerns. Number 1 was sleep issues. Number 2 is feeling stuck in life. And number 3 is financial struggles. I mean, who doesn't want to improve their financial situation? I have a whole series, actually, 3 or 4 episodes all about financial abundance. I will put a link down in the show notes for you to go check out that. And in that episode, I talk a bit about mindset about money. And sometimes we need to reset our view of money. If it's maybe, we've seen it in the past as more of a negative thing or a stressful thing. But here's what I always say. The more money and amazing things I can bring into my life, the more abundance, the more I can help every animal shelter out there. If you're an animal lover like me, especially a dog lover, you see those pictures. Oh my gosh, the Sarah McLachlan TV commercials, and I'm the first one to burst into tears. So maybe if you struggle with that mindset about money, think about how you can use your money paying it forward going forward. Maybe supporting your local charity. Anyway, I wanted to share about one client that had, it was interesting. She called me struggling with money, and she had a small business. She had all these bills and invoices and all kinds of paperwork crammed into this broken filing cabinet. I mean, it was like wobbly. The drawer pull was like hanging on its end. It was just so sad. And also it was also in the wealth and abundance area of her home. Following the Feng Shui Bagua map, we have these 9 different energy centers, and this collection of bills and paper and broken filing cabinet, housing all this stuff, was in her wealth and abundance corner. I was like, oh my goodness, just realizing this is huge. And so we ended up really organizing this space. We got a few bins and baskets, made sense of things. We got her a new filing cabinet. Now, a lot of people were like, well, I don't have money to spend on things. We ended up finding a used filing cabinet for a steal. So that was great. And everything became so much more organized, and it functioned so much better. We also brought in a few crystals for wealth and abundance. I know we put in a citrine and then a clear quartz, and green aventurine was the other one. I know there's a green one. Yeah. We also brought in a plant to bring in a sense of growth and renewal. Okay. So her financial situation definitely improved, and also her mindset. Once we were able to shift her mindset about money, that was huge as well. So, there's real power in aligning your environment with whatever your intentions are. So these quick stories are just really a glimpse into how powerful Feng Shui can be in our homes. they're a reflection of our lives. When we can make those intentional changes, it can just be this amazing, beautiful ripple effect. So I hope these stories have inspired you to maybe just look at your own space a little different with a different lens, right? Slow down, get grounded, get connected, and look around your space with those Feng Shui eyes. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who might need a little extra support in their space. I will see you at our next episode, friends. Take care. Special thanks to our sponsor, Elevated Living School of Holistic Design and Feng Shui. For more information, head over to the show notes. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and share this episode with a friend. We'll see you next time.